Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill.
What's going on YouTube? My name's David, and what I do as my job has been a very popular subject among my subscribers. I hope this video will answer all of your questions and then some. Before I begin, I want to emphasize that I'm nobody special. My life has no additional significance over anyone else's, whether it be as a YouTuber or a gamer. I'm just a normal guy who happens to be into PC gaming and uploading videos to YouTube in his spare time. Regardless of how popular I get on YouTube, I'm no more important than any of you. Outwardly, it may look like I have a lot of money, as some would say, but you'll quickly realize that's not the case. I just follow some very strict life guidelines, and there have been some opportunities that allow me to get whatever I want within reason. I follow a very simple guideline of not living on credit. My credit card balance is always zero at the end of the month. I don't want to have to always be paying off interest instead of my actual loans. I also don't have any college debt. Debt from university or college will dominate your life after you graduate. They will take money from you before you can actually deposit it into the bank. Not everybody has parents that are willing to, or scholarship money that can help them with college finances. So I am eternally grateful to my parents for helping me avoid the stress of student loan. I remind myself every day to not take my parents' aid for granted. Asian parents are renowned to be strict, but no matter how hard it may be, they will do anything and everything to see that you have a better life than they had. It was something that took me a while to learn, that all the extra hours of homework and no video games was for my benefit, and it's something that I thank them for today. By forcing me to study and getting good grades instead of allowing myself to be satisfied with the bare minimum, they've ensured that I would have a competitive profile for colleges. It was pretty much written in stone ever since I was born that I would have a competitive education. My parents always made sure that I was enrolled in accelerated programs and high-level classes in elementary through high school. This made me a very competitive candidate for colleges. I graduated the University of Maryland at College Park with a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. I originally wanted to do a pre-med track, but pre-med by itself is not a major. It's better described as a set of courses that determine eligibility to apply for medical school. So in theory, you can major in anything and still be pre-med as long as you meet the prerequisite courses, and those are courses that include chemistry, physics, anatomy, biology, calculus, etc. I wasn't always a psychology major. Right out of high school, I declared kinesiology, which is the study of human motion and biomechanics, as my major. I started weight training for high school athletics, so kinesiology was a good fit for my personal interests, and it also happened to be a good fit for the pre-med track, at least in sports medicine and orthopedics. I changed to psychology when I took some introductory courses and found it to be a lot more interpersonal than kinesiology. I paid a lot more attention in lectures, and I had a closer relationship with the faculty. Oh, and the major was 75% female. Actually, that wasn't a factor in deciding on psychology, but I'm just throwing that statistic out there, hint hint. A really broad definition of psychology is a study of mind and behavior. Most people, when I tell them that I'm a psychology major, they think that all my studying is about disorders like schizophrenia, or that I'm learning how to psychoanalyze people. Some of the field does involve the above. Psychopathology, which is the study of diseases or disorders, is more of an advanced division, and you'll learn that Freudian psychoanalysis is pseudoscientific. Difficult to validate at best, worthless at worst. Psychology is fundamentally a social science with a strong emphasis on the research process and solid experimental design. A lot of research is done on behaviors expressed by the self and amongst others. Social interactions, group behaviors, and cognitive biases are things that you will learn about. A lot of people going into the field want to be clinicians, but in actuality, there is very little clinical work as an undergraduate. It takes a lot of additional study after graduation to get certified and licensed. After completing my major requirements, my area of emphasis was in biopsychology, which was the integration of psychology and biology. I studied neurobiological systems and the biological basis of behavior. Pre-med required a lot of science classes like physics and chemistry. Chemistry was not my strongest subject, and I got a C in organic chemistry, which is technically passing, but failing relative to pre-med standards. When you've got kids who are graduating with like 3.9 GPAs in science classes alone, there was just no way I was going to be competitive. My grades were not competitive to apply for schools, so I graduated with no set career path. My dream of med school imploded. The summer after graduation, I was a literal bum around the house. I did nothing except play video games and send out job applications. A bachelor's degree by itself is not worth that much. Several thousand other students graduated with the same degree and better grades across the state. I didn't want my parents to see me like this, and I didn't want to ask them for more tuition money, so I was going to join the army if I didn't get a job offer by the start of the semester. But with the biggest stroke of luck ever, in late August, I got an email saying that I could interview for a position, and that brings me to today. I am happily employed by Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, Department of Orthopedic Surgery as a clinical research coordinator. I work under a PhD and 3 MDs. I manage the data and execute data collecting directives for a longitudinal study about improving patient subjective outcomes after spine surgery. I can't go into study specifics to maintain the integrity of the research process. I also manage the patient data that goes through clinic. During the semester, I teach a medical tutorial where we have medical students from Homewood campus shadow the surgeons and help us with data entry. You do have to understand that my position is not lucrative. I pay my parents $1,000 a month to help them with their mortgage and to compensate them for my living space. A large portion of the rest of my funds go into my savings account. I want to buy a condo next summer. With the leftover money, I can use it on hobbies such as video games and weightlifting. Being a YouTube partner helps with some pocket change, but my YouTube earnings are insubstantial in the grand scheme of things. I have stabilized my life after working full-time for a year, and now it's time for me to take it to the next level with my career goals while staying active on YouTube. For future career goals, I definitely want to take more classes and earn a graduate level degree. Hopkins employee benefits include tuition reimbursements. This semester, I'm working on my application for graduate programs in psychology, social, decisional, and organizational sciences master's programs. I can definitely see myself doing more work in research consulting. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. I hope I wasn't too dull to listen to. I hope I just didn't drone on. I know that I don't usually express a whole lot of emotion in my videos, but it's really difficult to turn on the outer extrovert when I'm just talking into a microphone in front of my computer screen. I promise you that I'm a lot more sociable of a person in person. But I really appreciate all of your time on my channel, and knowing that I have supportive subscribers motivates me to keep working hard on my videos. The best is yet to come. My name's David, and I'll see you next video.